Deploy us! Deploy us! Deploy us!
In the financial year 2024-2025 budget, Uganda shilling 35 billion was allocated for the new cohorts of medical internees. However, nearly 2 months into the financial year, the government has not yet released these funds, foiling the health ministry from deploying medical internees to various hospitals and health centers, something that has resulted into endless cycle of multiple protests and riots by pre-medical internees.
Deploy us! Deploy us! Deploy us!
So we didn't meet the speaker, we didn't meet the deputy speaker. We wanted to have that opportunity to at least have a conversation one-on-one with the speaker, one-on-one deputy speaker.
Nevertheless, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, while addressing over 200 post-medical internees who had just completed a 10-day patriotism and ideological training at State House Entebbe, proposed that medical students' internship should be funded by the student sponsors, contrary to the government's obligation of facilitating this stage, by insisting that the government is busy attending to other competing interests, like security and infrastructure. It's upon this ground that Sharon Oyat condemned the president's proposal, arguing that the government has enough financial resources, but the question has always been negligence and unpopular priorities.
Security has the biggest budget, but right now, while this money has been allocated for through the Ministry of Health, where has that money gone? That money was allocated for in the currently signed budget. Where has that money gone, where government is saying they don't have that money? As Ugandans, we need to learn to ask for accountability. Let us not sit down and say the president has said there is no money, therefore there is no money. They need to answer to us, where has that money gone? These are the things that should open our eyes to understand, do we still need this government to rule us? Do we still need to be in power with such a government, where they are only caring about themselves but not the actual Ugandans that are suffering? It is high time you rethink the kind of country you want. It's high time you rethink the priorities as a Ugandan.
Oyat adds that the government should consider an expeditious strategy of obtaining an emergency fund to fulfill its prime obligation of facilitating the deployment of medical internees amidst a surge of quack medical doctors in the country.
UPC is calling upon government to implement the not implement the TAP policy that compels parents and guardians to pay for medical internship of their children. Some of them have had it rough by selling off their assets or properties that they treasure, like land, houses, livestock, and even loans, gotten loans on high interest rates so as to raise tuition, which property they cannot replace and loans they cannot service. This puts the future of our health system in great danger in the wake of the emerging quack doctors, which is not, if not well handled. We shall not accept this level of negligence by government to bring our country down health-wise. We are already struggling with the number of pandemics going across the country, and with no doctors, we are going to lose a number of citizens. And that means our economy is going to go down because we shall not have production. So as UPC, we are saying no to this policy and we are rejecting it. We are saying government must find money to take these medical interns for their internship to be able to learn and
About the controversial parliamentary regional sittings that have commenced today in Gulu, Oyat re-echoed her party president's stand that the scheme is just another costly extravagance undertaking on the bruised shoulders of the taxpayer.
It is irrelevant for them to go to regions because whatever they have passed in parliament, they have not done anything. What difference are they going to make to go across? If going to Gulu, or going to Mbara, or going to Kitgum, or going to Arua, does it mean the people down there are going to get the services? If they are failing to achieve the same goal at the August House, what is it going to mean for them to travel across the country in different regions? What we want is services to reach the people. What we want is service delivery, which has failed to be done at the August House. So what assurance is Parliament giving us that when they go to the regions, they're going to meet the needs of those people?
The regional sittings resolution has met with rigorous resentment, not only from some of the legislators themselves, but as well lawmakers and other political activists who interpret the gesture as a waste of the taxpayers' money. Joseph Kabari, UCTV News.